jam. Run and get you that Benz. Turning that party up. Used to have a my Nautica. Know the money be calling up. Friend, I'm tryna all of ya. Talking about he ballin', watch this. Started let me too quick. Went to Oakland with a few. Took 'em all you break. Yeah. Imagine what I paid for the rollie. Still from the police. 24 carats on my Kobe. That for the homies.
I'm addicted to balling. I have to get my cash. The money is calling. Got bands. I'm addicted to balling. I'm addicted to balling. I have to get my hands. Look at you go. Okay, you got it. Look. Go. Look at you go. Okay, you bubbling. Look.
Yeah. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash coming in. Come get your man, Slim Booker bugging me. Just need a bag, quit all that jaw jackery. Don't even be that, I don't want none of it. He's mad about it, had enough of it. Whoa, watch what you saying, how that poppin' and shaking. Got is a lazy, my posse deep and irate, and we act a fool for the paper. Had a dream and I made it. El Camino on Dayton's, bitches guess over baby. Put the bread on me, that on my bacon. Big and flat in the bacon. I might just roll out today. I might just roll out to Vegas, head back to my old ways. Cop a roof for all day. Look at me, baby. Look at me, baby. Don't I look like a million? I'm about to clean out the safe. Don't I look like somebody that just be bodying everything? All that talking is great, but I don't be talking. I air it out. All the problems have gotten easy to bury. I'd rather kiss on my. I've been broke way longer than I've been rich, so until it levels out.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Tennessee Titans. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go now. Hey, let's go.
Jameis now on first down. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Let's go.
Second down, Winston. Got him in over the middle. It's Williams. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun. Winston. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. There's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Let's go now.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Ready. Black 22 set. Boys hot. Sonic. Boys hot.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Let's go now.
First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
Green, triple C. Boys hot. Boys hot.
From the gun, Winston. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. 12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Titan football. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They go to Johnson again. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. New York set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Let's go.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Hey, sub. Let's go. 3 down. Ready. Black 25 is a hut. Double up. Where's that up?
Now Jameis on second down. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. On third down, Winston. Man open, that's Jaleel Scott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. And they've got it here with a first down.
Guests are urged to enter the facility carrying the fewest items possible.
Let's go. We got three, fellas. We got three. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Check. 55 to Mike. Check. 55.
A handoff. It's Murray. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. The Jets on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, guys, check me out. We got
Jameis to throw it. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Gun! Gun!
After the interception, here's Jackson. Now he'll escape to his left. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
On second down, Jackson. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. A big play that time for the Titans. And even 40 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
A first red zone opportunity for the Titans. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Throwing is Jackson. This will be caught just inside the 10. Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone. A gain of 6 there on first.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now it's Jackson. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And that takes us from second to third down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
And Jackson throwing once more. Buying time to his left. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the ball is going to wind up out of bounds, so they will lose yardage, but they'll keep the football.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Ready! Ready!
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. The tackle there by Mark Barron.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Now a second down throw for Winston. He's airing it out for Williams. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun! 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 Gun!
Not today, you aren't. Not today.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Dancing to his left. And a loose football. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
56. Lucky 56.
Now Jackson on second down. Flush to his right. David Johnson here on the catch. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Leopard! Gone!
Jackson on first down. But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On second down, here's Jackson. Looking deep downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Being chased out left. They shakes him off. And he took the contact as he was throwing it. And the ball drops incomplete.
Well, there's a bunch of pressure that time on 3rd down. They nearly got him. Probably should have gotten him, but he's able to escape the pocket. But unfortunately, by then, that play had already broken down.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And New York set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down.
Ready? Where's that at? 25. Right there in the middle. 55. 5-0. That.
Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down.
3 down. Like 55.
Following the penalty, it's Murray. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And what is going on here? I've got 3rd down. Screen shows 3rd down, but they've got the punt team out there. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Stop. Let's go. Johnny. Ready. Let me go. Ready.
Now Winston. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Leopard! Detroit! Detroit! Gun!
Now Jackson on first down. And this will complete to Will Fuller. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Leopard! Gun! Detroit!
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Out left side here to Bryant. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Jackson now. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Martavis Bryant in the final seconds of the first half. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Sturgis for the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Jets. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Titans getting set to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And they start the second half with Johnson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Everyone's got four down.
Now let's go. Now, Barney. Green, 39. Green, 39.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
You got four.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bryant. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10. All the way down at the 21-yard line. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson looking for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Flushed out right. And he slides to avoid the hit. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it.
Leopard! Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Jackson down to throw on 2nd down. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Will Fuller with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. Sturgis adds the PAT, and that makes our score 17-0. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Prior to game time, or entry to the lot will not be permitted. No refunds will be issued. Please note that at that point, you will be responsible for finding alternative parking.
Let's go! It's time to play.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right.
Let me go! Let me go!
On 1st and 10, Winston. Out left, he's got it to Everett. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
My 50, my 50.
Second down, Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
The Jets on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Ready? Blue man, go!
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Over the middle, that's caught by Scott. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jaleel Scott with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Leopard! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Throwing on first down, Jackson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Throw left side complete. That's Bryant. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
I think that was a pretty good read right there. They caught him in zone defense and went to the hitch. And because they're in zone, that creates a natural space between the defenders and the receiver, able to get it to him quickly and let him get upfield.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now Jackson throwing on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
Jackson on 1st and 10. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's brought down. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
There you go.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Nashville. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the 4th quarter. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw is Jackson. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Jets have recovered.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, sub. Ready. 25. 550. Tighten up. Switch. 550. Let's convert.
They'll start with a give to Cohen. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
It's time to play. 555.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
Last stop. Hey, let's get a conversion. Let's convert. Sonic. Bang.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's go.
Again, it's Cohen. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't it?
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Let's go now.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down.
Hey,
So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hodges. That all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Bucky Hodges, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Detroit! Detroit! Leopard! Leopard! Gun! 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 Motion!
Jackson. His throw incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Gun! 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 Gun!
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He completes it to Bryant. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Lucky 56.
Here's Jackson on 1st down. He's going to wind up in there. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Trey Burton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Sturgis for the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll run it here. This is James White. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. From the gun, Winston. Throw left side, complete to Scott. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Hey, you got three down.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
Let's go, let's convert.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was Andrew Sendejo from his strong safety spot able to make the play.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
5-0.
Winston to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Robert Alford. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10.
Lucky 56.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. A dump off to the flat for Perkins. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice gain.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
Here's Jackson, forced out to his left. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
And he'll go down at the 28. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Jackson. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Trey Burton with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. Sturgis adds the PAT, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Jets. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. He finds an opening past the 40 and finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Winston now from the 50. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Shane Ray in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Green, triple C. Ready.
Here's Winston. Keeps him. And he's going to go down again. Mark Barron in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for the Titans, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.